Today's Bring Your Daughter, one of your daughters to the office day? What's happening? Minecraft is happening. Anything else? You gonna do any work? Can I give you a short interview right now?
Sure.
What's your favorite item in Minecraft?
Diamond.
Diamond. What do you want to do when you grow up?
Make YouTube videos.
Make YouTube videos. What would your YouTube videos be about?
Minecraft.
Minecraft? If you were going to throw any kind of food at your dad, what kind of food would you throw at your dad?
Bananas.
Bananas. All right. Happy Thursday or whatever. I got a bunch of questions about my camera setup and my video setup. At the end of this video, on the other end, we'll do a little bit of an overview about that setup. But I want to introduce you to this book here. I'm going to read this book on Monday. We're going to do that whole reading a book in the office kind of thing on Monday. I don't know if you even care about that. Do you even care, Olivia? She's just shrugging her shoulders. It's not probably very important. But this book I'm very much looking forward to. Extreme Ownership, How U.S. Navy SEALs Lead and Win. I've listened to some podcast episodes with Jocko Willink lately, and I've really enjoyed that. You can find a link to this book above and below if you want to read it along with me. Non-farm payroll report is tomorrow, and I want to just take a look across the market of US dollar currency pairs and take a look at the stock market as well and see if there's anything out there that even suggests that we might already know what's going to happen with that non-farm payroll report before it happens. And when we come back, we'll take a look at this whole audio and video setup. All right, here we are on the dollar yen, which is a great proxy for the general market. And it seems to be going up today after a period of consolidation. I would guess that that's going to continue upward today going into the non-farm payroll report. But then I would expect, given the fact that we've been on a recent downward trend, that this is just a bear flag and we're going to head back lower again. And I think what we're going to see on the daily chart is going to bear that out and confirm that that's a likely scenario. If you look at this monthly pivot right here, it's the brand new monthly pivot for the month of June. This is likely to get hit within the first couple of days of the month. And that's not much higher than where we are right now. That's at 111.70. And that's only 50 pips higher than where we are right now. I know Joel's going to appreciate that I didn't call points pips and vice versa. But, you know, there you go, Joel. That's for you. Love you, man. This is the S&P 500. This looks bearish to me. But, you know, I think that's just a lot of my preconceived notions about what should happen. And I mean, look at this. This is bullish movement. This is consolidation. Why isn't that a bull flag? I mean, that's an absolute possibility, isn't it? And if we break above these levels right here, if we break above those highs, then, geez, I mean, innocent until proven guilty, this trend ought to continue. Let's look at the daily chart. I mean, I want it to go down. I have no personal reason that I want it to go down, but geez, it just seems to me like that ought to be happening pretty soon. But I don't want to get in front of it, and I don't want to predict it before it happens. We do have a June pivot down here, lower. It seems to me that the dollar yen is leading the stock market. And what I mean by that is, if you go back to my assessment of the US dollar Japanese yen, it looks like we could break higher and then the trend would continue downward. That would suggest that the dollar yen, which typically does lead the stock market, could bounce around a bit, and then the general stock market could fall at least to this June pivot, 23.92 in the futures. We have some amazing targets lower, just crazy lower, down at 22.27, stuff that I don't think a lot of people think we're going to see for a long time. The trend is up. If this trend line is broken on the daily chart, if we break this trend line, bounce, retest, and then head lower again, then over the course of the next few months, it's very likely that we're finally going to see a rest or a decline in the stock market as a whole. So keep those things in mind. And let's just take a quick look at the camera setup and the podcasting setup. This is, how do I even do? Okay. This is a GoPro camera, Hero 5. And this is a case that goes on it and protects the lens. This is a Rode microphone right here. And that setup is on top of a Joby I don't know what that's called. I have no idea what that's really called. That's my primary video setup. However, for a long time, I used this iPhone right here for a long time. And that's all I used. I would plug in a little microphone to the bottom of it or whatever. And I would do all my videos on an iPhone for a long time. For podcasting, this is my primary microphone for podcasting. And it is a Heil microphone plugged into a really solid base. And what I do is I plug that into what's called a USB Pre 2, which I got on bhphoto.com. And that plugs into my computer. And then I record into Adobe Audition. And that's the whole setup. I used to have a whole lighting kit and whatever else, but I don't even use that lighting kit anymore. Have the best day ever, everybody.